So you want to get into the fish hobby, maybe you already have fish in your tank and you're looking to put a small fish tank in your home. Beta, shrimp tank, nano, saltwater. We have it here too. So we do all sizes of aquariums. So right now we have this UNS tank. We're a big partner of UNS, Ultum Nature Systems. We have a lot of their tanks here. As you can see, this one is their rimless little cube one, and you think this is cute. You want to put it in your bathroom, on your kitchen, maybe on your nightstand, and you want to start it up. No problem, we got you covered. But these are a little bit harder to get equipment for on smaller tanks because not many companies make them. But guess what? We have it here. So we do all sizes of tanks. So you want a great big one like the one behind me or these small ones, we got you covered here. So let's get it started. Of course, you gotta pick the tank that you wanna get started with. So this is the one we're gonna go with. And you have to have a filter for it. I guess you don't have to, but again, like these are just suggestions by us. We strongly encourage having a filter. It's gonna make your ecosystem a lot more stable. It's a little bit easier to upkeep, maintenance, so forth and so on. So once you have your aquarium picked out, you have to decide what you're gonna put in there. But most things will need a filter. So we got a couple different options here for you. We got the Aquatop right here, the Forza PFE1. It's $16.99, a hang on the back filter with the sponge on it. So if you decide to go with shrimp, they won't get sucked up into it. It's a cartridge filter. We sell the cartridges here, very economical. I can show you what it looks like. We're gonna take it out of the box since we are doing a little bit of an unboxing video here. So we got it open here, got to put the little sponge filter on it, and it's pretty much plug and play. I know a lot of customers ask us, most of the filters that we sell here are ready to rock. So once you get it home, then you can get it going. So this one is a pretty little cute one, I would say, and just hangs right on the back. There's an adjustable to kind of level it out for you so it doesn't bend over. So yeah, that's it. Super simple for this one. Like I said, it has the cartridge in it. It's adjustable. So the cartridge here, we recommend replacing these about once a month. So that's gonna act as your chemical filtration there. And then it even has a little sponge in here, works as a mechanical and biological filter, and as well as a little sponge filter down here, which is gonna do the same thing, mechanical and biological. So cool little one that Aquatop makes. They have a cool little setup here. We recommend that one if you're able to put on the hang on the back filter. But if you're not able to do that and you want to just keep things a little bit more simple, just go ahead and run a sponge filter. Aquariumcoop makes one, Nano sponge filter. It has easy flow on it, which means like if you're not able to put a hang on, you can just put this in the corner and then you're able to put these accessories right on top of it. And that's another simple filter that you can put on your aquarium. It's great for shrimp tanks just because they won't get sucked up into it, or betas that don't need a lot of flow. But to kind of power this, you'll need an air pump. So we have a Hygger air pump here. It's the ultra silent one. So it's super tiny, it works well, and it will power up the sponge filter. And then I can show you this here real quick for you guys. It's tiny. So there's that. It comes with airline tubing. It comes with little suction cup holders. So that's why we kind of like this product, so you don't have to buy all the accessories. The only one thing that I probably suggest is maybe getting a valve for it. If you can get a valve, that will kind of slow down the bubbler if it's too strong and so forth. So yeah, I mean, all those, this is kind of the air pump for that one. All right, we got the filters picked out, couple different options from you. Like I said, we carry a lot of different brands here, from Aquatop to Aquariumcoop, and we got the Hygger air pump. Again, a lot of customers think maybe they haven't been in the hobby. They think that, hey, the best way to start is a small aquarium. Contrary to most people's beliefs, I would say a small aquarium like this, like less than a gallon or under 10 gallons, is fairly challenging just due to the fact that the ecosystem isn't very stable. So any little change is gonna alter your ecosystem. So temperature fluctuations are a lot easier to change in a smaller environment. If you had a larger aquarium, it's gonna take a lot longer to cool or heat down an aquarium. Same thing, more bacteria in a larger aquarium. But hey, if you want to get started and this is where you want to begin, no problem. Like, we can still help you out and try to, again, aim for what we want you guys to do is succeed in this hobby. Hopefully you guys do well in it. You get more fish tanks in your home. Like, that's our goal. So anyways, to kind of keep going on that point of it, stability, a heater, Hygger makes a nice small heater that's adjustable. So we don't really recommend too much of the preset heaters here. They kind of always stay on, they're not controllable. As far as the Hygger one, it's super small, as you can see here. It'll fit in this aquarium, it'll look sleek in the back of it, and you can adjust it. But you always want some redundancy in your heater. So always have a thermometer in your setup just to make sure that your heater is turning on where it's supposed to be. I know it's gonna start getting cool here pretty soon. We always recommend keeping your heater on, because if your heater is working properly, it should not turn on in your aquarium. Same thing as your home. If you set it to a temperature, it shouldn't turn on if it reaches that certain temperature. Same thing with the heaters. There's no real reason to unplug it. But I would suggest heaters, every few years you do want to replace them, like a car battery. You don't want them to get stuck on or not turn on. So just kind of keep that in mind when you are purchasing heaters. And we have a lot of different other brands too. Hygger's, we have Bulk Resupply, we have Aquatop, we have Seachem. So we have a lot of different options for you guys here. So that is the point of us carrying a lot of different products here in our store, is to make sure that we get the right product for the right customer. Again, it's always based upon, maybe it's the brand that you really like, maybe it's the budgeting, maybe it's a certain feature. That's why we try to carry a couple different options for you guys to make sure we get you the right product in your hands. And you want to light up the aquarium. Small little clip-on LED light. Again, Hygger comes out with this. It looks like it goes into like a little USB plug, and you're able to adjust the lighting on it. It's really sleek. It should look really nice on top of this aquarium, just like that. And then, yeah, USB plug here, plugs in, you're able to set it. And with lighting, what we say here, about 8 hours of light is all you really need to keep your aquarium lights on for. Like, our goal here is to simulate Mother Nature. You gotta remember, with our lights don't move in the course of a day. Like, the sun moves throughout the day, and you'll get shade in certain times of the day. In aquariums, we don't. So that's why, like, a lot of customers think that you gotta keep it on when the sun's up. No, only about 6 to 8 hours of light is usually more than sufficient. But if you're getting a lot of algae in your aquarium, hey, cut back the light a little bit. Or hey, you're not getting that much algae, turn on the light a little bit more. If you go to work, if you go to school, and you have your lights on when you're at work or school, there's really no point for you to enjoy it. So you might as well just turn it on when you get home, and then turn it off when you're not there to see it. So get a timer for it. It's great, you don't have to worry about it. I know a lot of customers turn it on manually, but then they forget to leave it on, turn it on, turn it off, and then you get a plethora of different issues there. So just kind of remember that with aquarium lighting. Again, that's what we're here for, just kind of giving you guys some little bit of tips here. Again, always water conditioner, Seachem Prime, really important to dechlorinate your water. Doesn't matter what water you put in there, whether it's tap, filtered, well, you always want to use water conditioner. And beneficial bacteria. This is a starter beneficial bacteria from Dr. Tim's. This is a very concentrated amount of beneficial bacteria to give your system a big boost in the beginning. That's why we usually recommend about a week before you start slowly introducing fish into the aquarium, and go with some durable, hardy fish. Avoid bottom feeders, algae eaters. Again, these are tips. Doesn't mean that they're 100% foolproof, but we deal with a lot of customers throughout our time. We've had a lot of experiences in our own personal tanks, so it just seems to work out the best that way. So just kind of keep all these things in mind. For freshwater, I think it's great to have a little small planet set up. Put some Anubias in there, Java Fern, maybe some Java Moss. Just keep it simple, keep it basic. I mean, it's not a lot of room. If you put a lot of plants in here, there's a lot of trimming. It's gonna be pretty hard to upkeep. And you can put it on your decorations too, so you don't have to plant those guys in. And low maintenance, that's gonna be critical, right? Like, you don't have to put a lot of nutrients in here. Again, it's really hard to balance out a small system. You put too much nutrients, you're gonna grow a lot of algae. You don't want a lot of light, because look how shallow it is. It's like 6-7 inches or something like that. So the light's gonna reach the bottom really quickly. So you gotta kind of know what you're dealing with as far as your environment. If you wanna take it to another level, I would invest in a larger tank if you wanna do that. But small tanks, keep it simple. Like I was discussing earlier, like the ecosystem's just really challenging to upkeep and stay balanced. But it looks great when it's done correctly. And think about some livestock to put in there, right? I like shrimp. Shrimp work really, really well. They can reproduce. Neocaridinias, we have a lot of different ones, a plethora of different colors. Fish-wise, just some smaller ones. Beta comes to mind. Beta's really, really cool, just simple one fish. But if you want some small schooling fish, we do a lot of micro fish as well here. And saltwater-wise, it might be a little challenging. Maybe some coral, maybe one fish, like a rograma, or maybe one clown or something like that. Just remember, if things don't work out in this tank, it's not the end of the world, right? Like if you have multiple aquariums, or if you set up multiple aquariums, or you just know that you have to upgrade your tank later, just keep that in mind. We keep it real straightforward with you guys here. We know that the fish are really small here, and doesn't mean that you're not going to upgrade the tank, or doesn't mean that you don't have a friend or family or maybe another hobbyist in the hobby that you can, in the local area, that you can find the home for. So we're realistic with you guys. I mean, we keep it transparent, we keep it honest with you guys. If you guys do the same thing for us, we're able to help you guys. Just remember, we're here to offer suggestions and recommendations. We do have a lot of experience. We have tried a lot of different things. We deal with customers day in, day out. I always remind you guys that our way is not the only way, and we understand that, but we do err on the side of caution. We do try to tell you guys what we suggest. And with fish and anything, we can only offer generalizations. So just because a fish is quote unquote typically aggressive doesn't mean they're always aggressive. Or it's the same thing if we recommend a friendly fish and it turns aggressive. Hey, these fish are living creatures. They're gonna have a personality of their own. So just gotta remember those things. You're not dealing with a simple equation here. It's not gonna be so black and white. So you just have to always remember that when you get into this hobby. Keep an open mind. Just understand that we're all trying to get better, and we want, like I said, back to success. Keep everything simple. We want to make sure that you guys are consistent, make sure you guys are stabilizing your system, and make sure that you guys are successful in this hobby. And that is our goal here. So before I forget, we have an online shop, depotpet.shop. So you aren't able to come into this store, or you're not from the local area, be sure to get it on our website. We'll be able to ship it to you guys. And we're shipping only right now, and we're adding new items constantly on there. So hopefully we'll see you guys on the next video.